Thank you so much for joining me today at Everyday Yoga. My name is Christine. Today we will be using a chair on our mats with our yoga practice, doing a combination of supported, standing, and lying down poses. We will be practicing box breath, which can create anxiety in some people because we'll be inhaling and holding the breath and then exhaling and holding the breath. And that sensation of not having any breath in your lungs and then holding it can sometimes produce a little bit of anxiety. Two things about that. Number one, always know that the breath will come back in after just a short time, but if it does create anxiety for you, just come back to your normal breath. It's okay to just let it go and lay on your mat or sit in the chair and simply breathe. We'll also be practicing side angle today, and we'll be doing a couple different ways: supported on the chair, standing with the support of the chair, and then also you can do it without a chair at all. So whatever is your level of comfort with side angle today, I encourage you to give it a try and feel an awesome opening in the shoulder and in the hip. So I will meet you in a nice, safe, sturdy chair on your mat. So today we're going to start in our comfortable and safe, secure seat. Again, we don't want to do this practice in a desk chair that has wheels or something like that, because you wouldn't want to end up scooting away. But you do want to have your feet firmly planted on the floor in front of you, where you can really, just like in mountain pose, where we want to feel all four corners of the foot or the tripod of the foot, whichever makes more sense to you in your body. Even from a seated position, we really want to make sure that we're evenly pressed to the earth, all through the ball of the foot, underneath the toes and the heel. You might even want to lift the toes up just a little bit and kind of spread them as wide as you can. Get a little airflow in between those toes, and then just place them back down really deliberately on the floor in front of you. Notice your sit bones sitting on the chair. Make sure you're sitting evenly and not tilted over to one side or the other. Lift that heart, tuck the chin, and lift those shoulders up and down and back so that the shoulder blades come all the way down the back towards the back pockets. You can have your hands on your thighs or your knees, whatever feels more comfortable to you, or you can even have them hanging out to your sides if that feels better in your body today. And if it feels good to you to close your eyes, you can definitely do that to help you focus on your breath. If closing your eyes isn't comfortable for you though, just take a soft gaze out in front of you, maybe kind of looking down the tip of your nose. And speaking of the tip of your nose, take your awareness there and just begin to notice the breath. This is the very best way to become present, to let go of regrets and revisiting conversations and replaying how things might have gone or should have gone or could have gone. It's the best way to let go of anxiety or worries about the future, because if you're right here in this moment on your chair, practicing yoga, doing something good for yourself, nothing is wrong. All is right with the world in this present moment. So just notice the breath as it enters your nose, and notice the breath as it leaves your nose. Notice if you can feel a little tickling sensation at your nostrils, maybe a little warmth, maybe a little cool. Just notice. Just letting it be what it is. Now we're going to do a box breath. A box breath is named a box breath because we'll create a box with the breath. So we're going to inhale for 4 counts. We will hold the breath for 4 counts. Then we'll exhale for 4 counts and then hold that exhale for 4 counts, creating a box with the breath. Now I'm going to count 4. If 4 feels uncomfortable for you and you'd rather go 3 or 5, definitely go ahead and do your own thing, whatever feels good in your body. It's probably going to be hard for us to link up our breath together over Zoom. So just do the best you can. And if my count doesn't resonate with you, just count in your head. So we'll start here and we're going to just inhale nice and deep into the belly. We'll inhale for 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold for 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale 1, 2, 3, 4, and hold 2, 3, 4. Inhale 2, 3, 4. Hold 2, 3, 4. Exhale 2, 3, 4, and hold 2, 3, 4. Again, inhale 2, 3, 4. Hold 2, 3, 4. Exhale 2, 3, 4, and hold 2, 3, 4. Continue on at your own pace. 2 more full rounds. Following the breath, relaxing the jaw, relaxing the shoulders, tucking the chin, breathing your breath. When you've found those 2 full rounds, go ahead and return to your natural breath. And just notice how you feel. After practicing box breath for a few rounds, just notice how that feels in your body. Do you feel a little calmer, a little more relaxed, a little softer? And you can practice this breath anytime, any place, and find the same thing. And the next time we inhale, let's go ahead and spread those arms open wide and lift them up alongside the ears. Bring the palms together. And as we exhale, let's turn the palms out and let them float back down towards the earth. Inhale, reaching those arms up alongside the ears. When the fingertips meet, turn the palms out. And exhale all the way down, pointing the fingertips down to the earth. Again, let's inhale the arms up, moving with the breath. Exhale the arms down, tucking the chin, lifting the heart, softening the shoulders. One more time, let's meet at the top. Stay for the exhale and really reach those shoulders up towards the ears and then actively draw the shoulder blades down the back. Rotate those pinkies in towards one another and notice how that creates space between the shoulder blades. Really plug those arm bones into the shoulder sockets. I read somewhere that holding any of these yoga poses for up to a minute can help increase bone density. But you gotta hold it. One more big full breath here. And then let's go ahead and bring the palms together and down to the heart. Let's press the sternum into the thumbs. Let the elbows really be heavy. And then bend forward towards your palms, getting a nice big stretch in the back of the neck. Notice how the air flows over your fingers as you exhale the breath. Maybe there's some warmth in between your palms as you press them together. And the next time you exhale, go ahead and release the hands down and lift the head back to the top of the spine. One more full breath here. And then we'll inhale the arms back up again, bringing the palms together and exhaling hands to heart. We're just going to get a little twist in here. So starting from the lowest part of your back, your lumbar spine, we're going to twist in kind of increments. We're not just going to twist over to the side. We're going to slowly move into the twist. So take an inhale here, lengthening through the spine. And as you exhale, just twist at the lowest part of the back, keeping the thumbs in line with the heart. Inhale again. And as you twist towards the right, twist from the middle of the back, the thoracic spine. Inhale here. And as you exhale, twist from the top of the back, the cervical spine. One more inhale here. And as you exhale, gently involve the neck in the twist. And we're not holding on to the chair here. We're just using the strength of the body for the twist. So it's not going to be as deep as if we were using the traction of the chair. But just visualize your spine as kind of like a strand of DNA back there. All the little vertebrae beautifully stacked and swirled. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale to either soften in the twist or deepen the twist any amount more. One more full breath here. And the next time you inhale, we'll come back to center. Stay for the exhale here. Inhale, reestablishing that nice, tall, beautiful spine. And then we'll begin the journey to the left, exhaling from the bottom of the spine. Inhaling length. Exhaling and twisting from the middle of the spine. Inhaling length. Exhaling to twist at the top of the spine. Inhale length. And exhale to twist the neck, looking back over the left shoulder. Continue breathing here, inhaling length. Exhaling either to soften or deepen into that twist. One more full breath here. And as we inhale, we'll come back to center. Let's go ahead and bring our fingertips to the tops of the shoulders here. And let's just kind of rotate the elbows forward and up and back and down, getting some movement here in the shoulders. This might be good for swimmers to practice. So the spine moves in 6 different directions, twisting side to side, and then curving forward and back, and then bending side to side. So we're going to do all of those movements today. So this time we're just going to inhale the shoulders toward one another, taking the elbows back, lifting the heart and tucking the chin. And as we exhale, we're going to round the back, drawing the belly button towards the spine and bringing the elbows toward one another. Inhale, opening the heart, widening the elbows, tucking that chin, maybe arching the back a little bit. Exhale, really taking that chin towards the chest as the elbows come toward one another. Maybe they touch, maybe they don't. And we'll just continue moving like that, lifting the heart as you inhale and open, drawing the belly button towards the spine and rounding through the back as you exhale and bring the elbows toward one another. We'll do that 2 more times. Lifting, opening, drawing forward and contracting. The next time you inhale, go ahead and release the hands down and kind of shake out the arms just a little bit here. Then we're going to do the side to side. So we can start here with our feet planted on the ground, replace the hands to the thighs or the knees, reestablish that nice long spine again. Maybe kind of tuck the tailbone under just a little bit, sort of visualizing the spine as a soft J, so that you're sort of rounded with the tailbone pointing down as you lift the heart and draw the shoulder blades towards the back pockets and tuck that chin. And then we'll inhale, lifting the right fingertips up towards the sky. And exhale just to do a nice soft bend over towards the left. Really anchor that right hip down to your chair. So you're not lifting up here, but you're really lengthening all the way from the right hip up to those right fingertips. Ooh, one more inhale here. And as we exhale, we'll come back to center. We'll inhale the left fingertips up to the sky and exhale, drawing the fingertips over towards the right. Continuing to breathe, remember to anchor that left hip down. Notice what you feel in the left side body. Notice how those ribs expand as you inhale. Inhale back to the sky and exhale to release. Now, if that was enough for you, you can do that again this time, or you can scooch over to the right side of the chair and just kind of anchor the left sit bone and thigh to the right side of the chair so that the right leg is sort of out to the side here, and you could even heel toe the right leg outward and really make space in between the thighs here, and take those knees out as wide as feels comfortable for you. We're going to establish that nice long spine with an inhale, and as we exhale, we're going to dip the left shoulder or the right shoulder towards the left knee. Inhale, a nice tall spine. Exhale, dipping the left shoulder towards the right knee. And let's keep doing that, going from side to side, moving with the breath. Maybe using your palm to press the knee out. So as you dip the left shoulder towards the right knee, you can push the left knee out, creating more space. One more time to each side. And then we'll come back to center. And now you can send that right leg out long. We'll do a seated side angle pose here. Don't lock the knee, keep a little soft bend in the knee, but have the right toes pointed towards the front. And really press fully through the sole of the foot, really pressing into that outside edge of the right foot. And this is where we can take that side bend again. So you can keep the left hand to the left leg or knee, or you can bring the left hand to the seat or arm of the chair you're sitting in. We'll inhale those right fingertips up towards the sky. And as we exhale, we can tilt over towards the left. Continue to breathe. Maybe rotate that pinky inward, just like we do in victorious pose, so that you can really make space in that shoulder. Softening as you exhale. Maybe even taking it a little farther over if that feels good in the right hip. Definitely, if you find any kind of pain here, back away to an earlier part of this pose. Or you can really deepen, making a nice diagonal line all the way from the outside edge of the right foot to those right fingertips. Rotating that pinky down and maybe even rotating the heart and the gaze up towards the sky. As you inhale, notice how that feels in the right side body, in the hip, in the ribs. Maybe in the leg, in the shoulder, maybe even in the tricep. As you exhale, see where you can soften. Maybe your toes or your fingers of your left side are scrunched up. Let them go. Soften through the jaw. Next time we inhale, we'll bring the fingertips back up. We'll bring the leg back in, and we'll shift over to the left side of the chair. Taking the knees as wide as is comfortable here and bringing the palms to the knees or the tops of the thighs. And we'll do those shoulder dips again here. And you can really make this nice and deep and slow and stretchy. You don't have to keep time with me. If you find a place that feels super good, go ahead and stay there. So we'll inhale that nice tall spine, and we'll exhale, dipping the right shoulder to the left knee. Inhale, length. Exhale, dipping the left shoulder to the right knee. Inhale for your tall spine, maybe pushing that right knee out as you dip the right shoulder towards the left knee. Side to side, moving with your breath, closing your eyes if that feels good. One more time to each side. And then we'll find a nice tall spine here. And we'll send that left leg out. So adjust your seat so that you're nice and secure on the seat. Press fully into the sole of the left foot without locking that knee, keeping a nice gentle soft bend here. And then we'll inhale those left fingertips up towards the sky. And exhale to stretch the left fingers over towards the right, any amount that feels good to you. Starting slow first. We want to give the body a chance to get used to this rather newish position. You probably haven't been in this position today, except for when we started our practice. So we just want to titrate ourselves gently. Inhaling length and exhaling to come any amount deeper or just to find a little softness. Maybe rotate that pinky towards the earth, even as you rotate the heart towards the sky, pressing into the outside edge of the left foot, all while remembering to breathe. Finding length. Notice what you feel all along the left side body here. Notice what you feel in the ribs, maybe the armpit. One more full breath here. And then we'll inhale the fingertips back up to the sky and exhale to release and come back to center. Let's find our nice tall seat again. Reestablish the connection with the breath for a moment. Maybe inhale through the nose and exhale through the mouth for a nice cleansing breath. And then let's go ahead and come up off the chair. And we're going to take the chair to one end of the mat. And we're going to do that side angle pose again. So you can either, well, you can start here. We're going to start with our hand on the back of the chair. And we'll start with nice straight legs, the legs underneath the hip. And you can bend the right knee any amount, turning the right toes out and taking the left foot out just like we did earlier. So the left leg is pressing out to the side. The right leg is bent any amount, might not even be bent very far at all. But you're using this chair to aid you here. And from here, we can take that side angle pose again. Reaching the fingertips up overhead. You can stay here, just making sure that you're not extending the knee beyond the ankle. Or you can be here without having a bend. You don't need to hyperextend that knee though. Keep at least a soft bend here. So this is gonna look different for everybody. If you wanna go deeper, you can bend farther into that right knee, bring the right palm to the chair, and really take it a lot deeper here. Rotating the pinky towards the earth, rotating the heart to the sky, pressing into the outside edge of the left foot. One more big breath here. And the next time you inhale, we'll come all the way up and switch sides. So set the chair at the opposite end of your mat. Start with the hand on the back of the chair. You can take your feet out a little bit wider just to start. Maybe even start right here with a soft bend in both knees. Toes pointed in front of you, and go ahead and lean over towards the left with the right fingertips. If you want to go a little deeper, you can send that right leg out farther, turn the toes towards the chair of the left foot, and take your side angle here. Rotating the pinkies down, rotating the heart up, maybe taking the gaze up towards the sky, noticing what you feel, noticing where you feel it, and giving your body what it needs. If you want to go deeper yet, you can bring the palm to the seat of the chair. Just don't extend that knee beyond the ankle, and get a full side body stretch here. One more full breath. And then we'll inhale the palm back up to the sky, straighten through both legs. Keep that nice wide stance here though, and bring the hands to the hips. Superhero stance. Soft bend in the knee. Tucking those shoulder blades down the back, lifting the heart, tucking the chin. One full breath here. And at this point, we're going to go ahead and hinge forward at those hips. So you can do that without the chair if you like, or you can turn the body towards the chair so that you have it out in front of you for balance. So we'll inhale here. And as we exhale, we're going to hinge from the hips, coming forward towards the chair. You can stay here with a nice flat back, finding Tadasana even here. So the tailbone is drawn down away from the crown of the head. The chin is tucked. And if you like, you can bring the palms to the chair seat and press them gently as you open up through the shoulders. Nice big breath here. Remember to keep that soft bend in the knees. And then we'll bring the hands back to the hips and inhale back up to a nice tall spine. And then let's go ahead and take the chair out of the equation, and we'll come on down to the mat. If you want to use the chair to get down to the mat, just move the chair off to the side so that you can use it to help you get down to the mat, but it's not on the mat, not in your way. So we're going to come on down to the mat. Any way you want to do it, doesn't have to be anything fancy. And we're going to come to our backs. And go ahead and bend those knees up towards the sky. And have the feet planted firmly on the floor. Bring the hands to the backs of the thighs here. And find that lifted heart, the tucked chin, the nice, long, tall spine as you inhale. And as you exhale, roll as slowly as you can, really tapping into the power of your belly to slow it down. And see if you can't gently lay one vertebra at a time down to the mat, just like it was a little beaded necklace. And once you get all the way down to the mat, and at some point it might break down towards the mat, and if that's okay, just go ahead and roll down and bring those knees up towards your heart for a little hug. Maybe rock gently from side to side. If it feels better to have the knees farther away from the heart, definitely do that. If it feels better to have them close, bring them in. You might even want to take your nose to your knees and make a little tiny ball here as you rock from side to side. Maybe you even want to give those knees a little kiss. Go ahead, it's okay. And then we're going to go ahead and stretch everything out long, like we've got a good morning stretch here. Draw those left fingertips away from the left toes and get long in the left side body. And then draw the right fingertips away from the right toes and get long in the right side body. And then we're going to go ahead and bring both soles of the feet to the floor and hug that left knee in. Rotate the ankle in one direction and then the other. Maybe point and flex the foot a little bit, getting a little movement in that joint. And then let's send the right leg out long. Inhale here. And as you exhale, we're going to use the right hand to invite the left leg over to the right and send that left arm out to the side. Maybe taking your gaze out over your left palm. Now the left knee can be as close to the heart as you like, or it can be really far away, but try to bring the foot either to the floor, or if it doesn't reach the floor comfortably, bring it to the top of the right leg. Just so that it's not hanging out there all by itself. It's got a little bit of support. And we'll just breathe here for a few breaths. Noticing what you feel in that left hip. Noticing where it's comfortable for you to be. Don't want to find any pain there, but maybe just a little bit of a sensation of a stretch. And you could even take your right fingertips or your right knuckles to the outside of that left thigh and maybe give yourself a little bit of a massage here. That IT band on the outside of the left thigh can be extremely sensitive and very tender to the touch. See if you can find any tender places and just bring a little gentleness there. Maybe coming up into the left hip, or maybe massaging in between the left ribs, getting into that connective tissue, those intercostal muscles there. One more big inhale. And as you exhale, draw the belly button in towards the spine. So as you inhale, you can use the power of your core to draw both knees back into the chest. Maybe rocking a little from side to side, giving yourself a little bit of a massage in the low back. And then we'll hug the right knee in and send the left leg out long. Inhale here, and as you exhale, use the left hand to invite the right knee over the body to the left. Send the right arm out straight, perpendicular to the body. Maybe take your gaze over the right palm. Again, this left knee can be really high towards the heart, or you might want to send it down away. And just notice how that changes the feeling in the right hip, depending on how close to the body the knee is. Closer is not necessarily better. Sometimes being a little bit more gentle and accommodating is better. And then we can continue breathing as we maybe bring a little self-massage to the right thigh. You can take those left knuckles and sort of run them up along the thigh, or get into the hip or the ribs. Whatever feels good to you here. Just bringing a little bit of a tender touch to those tender places. One more big inhale here, and we'll exhale, drawing the belly button towards the spine. And then we'll inhale back to center, hugging those knees in. And then let's inhale everything out long. Getting a nice big stretch across the front of the hip flexors here, maybe wiggling fingers and toes. And then we'll come into a short Savasana here, which can be traditional Savasana with the legs out long, toes pointed out to either side, opening up the arms to the sky and kind of drawing those shoulder blades in to hug towards one another. Taking up space here as women, especially, not saying there's not men watching this video or other genders, but as women especially, we're often taught not to take up space. But let's take up space. We are worthy of this space. Let's reclaim the space around us. Being really present and solid, noticing the support of the mat and the floor and the earth underneath you. If full Shavasana is not comfortable for you, you could bring pillows underneath the knees. You could bring your hands to your belly. You could bend the knees and take the feet as wide as the mat and let the knees support one another in a constructive rest position. And let's just come back to that box breath that we started with. And let's just begin. The next time you inhale, inhaling for 4, 3, 2, 1, and hold for 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale for 4, 3, 2, 1, and hold for 4, 3, 2, 1. Find 2 more rounds, counting on your own in your head. I'll keep my mouth shut so you can just enjoy the silence. When you found those 2 full box breaths, go ahead and let your breath come back to its normal rhythm. Trusting your body to take back over for you. It knows what to do. Find one more big cleansing breath here, inhaling through the nose and exhaling through the mouth, maybe with a sigh. Begin to find a little bit of movement, wiggling the toes, toes, wiggling the fingers, maybe rotating wrists and ankles in one direction and then the other. And then we'll draw the feet back to the mat if they're not there already, with the knees pointed up towards the sky. And we'll just windshield wiper the knees gently from one side to the other. Maybe taking your gaze in the opposite direction so that when the knees are right, the gaze is left. And when the gaze is right, the knees are left. And then keeping your eyes closed, if that feels good to you. Roll to whatever side serves you best, bringing your head to your bottom arm and using your top arm for a little kickstand out in front of you, or maybe to wrap it around that top thigh. Take a full breath here. And then on your next inhale, press yourself back up to a seat. Again, keeping those eyes closed if that's feeling good for you today. And we'll send the legs out long, creating a nice L shape with the body. Bringing the fingertips out towards the sides, pointing the toes up to the sky, flexing the feet. Finding length in the back body. Finding that beautiful Tadasana spine with the chin tucked and the heart lifted and the shoulder blades down the back, drawing yourself up to your full, most regal height. And then we'll inhale the arms up and out to the sides, all the way up alongside the ears, bringing the palms together. And exhaling, bringing the hands to the heart. And this is where we tilt the chin gently and say, Namaste.